Cal. Mutt Man. Macho Dan. Six.
All right, what's up, everybody?
Yes.
How was that? Was that not amazing? The best intro I have seen on stream, and that is brought to you by the legend beside me, 6 a.m. Mark, thanks, buddy.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I know Mutt enjoyed destroying us all at the end there.
I know he did, but you know it was pretty awesome. I have to say I'm very partial to my elbow drop from the top, atomic elbow from the top. It's pretty good. So, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. You know, getting ready to stuff my body full of Easter delicacies this weekend.
We talked almost all day, my wife and I, about what we're making for Easter lunch on Sunday. Like, I mean, the full-on debate we had.
Oh, it's a debate. You guys, what is this?
Not heated debate. I believe firmly that one of my favorite foods ever, and this sounds really strange. It's not like pizza or fried chicken or anything. My wife makes squash casserole, and it's not something that most people would be like, "Oh man, squash casserole," but it's my favorite. I don't know why. It's so good.
They'd be more like, "Oh man,
yeah,
squash casserole.
Man, we're gonna have that." Oh.
Squash casserole. All right.
I love it. It is so good. And I basically said, you have to do this. You have to make this for me.
All right.
Among other things. But anyway, I'm pumped. Christopher says he can't wait for the egg salad sweats.
Oh, no. See, my thing that I wait for every year Easter, my mother always makes lamb with the mint jelly.
Yeah. Very good.
Delicious.
Sweet. Well, we also got Dave a sandwich, and we got my main man, trusty sidekick, and Christopher. Thanks for coming, guys.
What's up, fellas?
Brutality. And Trusty's in VA right now. All right, up at Liberty for the Easter weekend. Very cool, which is not too far away from me.
No, so, looks like you'll be getting the Trusty stop in.
Hopefully, he'll come down and give me a high five or something like that.
Drive by high five.
Yeah. Dave says don't really care for the candy, but look forward to the Cadbury Bunny commercials.
Did you always get the giant hollow chocolate bunny growing up?
Yep.
Did you like eating that? Did you enjoy eating that?
Nah, I don't really. It didn't do anything for me, honestly.
I never felt. It's the only candy in my life where I felt obligated to eat it.
I don't know if I ever felt obligated. Usually, it sat around until it gets the like the white. Kind of, like when chocolate gets old, it has
the Candy Crunch.
Yeah, and then I would eventually just toss it. So I'm a big Reese's egg man. So now the Reese's eggs are in the grocery store, and it's like $2 for $1. So if I go into a grocery store, I'm usually picking those up.
My kids will receive none of it. It's all for me.
Yep. Well,
they can have the crappy chocolate Easter bunny this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough of that.
My kids get way too much candy typically. So we have parent tax, and parent tax is like 75%, I think.
Do you limit the candy they are allowed to eat when you give it to them? Do you present them all this candy? See, we're horrible parents. We present them all the candy.
Yeah.
And then then we put it in the cabinet. We're like, you can have some another day.
Yeah, no,
You may have 3 jelly beans because they drive me nuts.
We'll usually let them eat. We'll let them eat a fair amount, like more than a normal day would be, and then we'll take some and limit it from there on out. And then it also leaves it up there. So if I'm like, ooh, I need something sweet.
See, it's nice. Over time they forget how much they had, and then you get to feast.
Yeah, exactly. Just like on like Halloween, they'll get this whole haul and they'll forget about it, and that's my favorite.
It's like, oh, Daddy has to inspect this for razor blades.
Yep, I
gotta check it.
Needles or something like that,
Check it for razor blades. So he says that's mold. No, that's the Candy Crunch. It's like a fine wine, that chocolate.
Yeah, you have to age it a couple weeks to months.
I felt obligated. Like I felt like my parents. Yeah, I know those things are probably cheap, but to me it was like my parents got me this giant hunk of chocolate.
Yeah,
like I can't not. You bite it, you don't want it.
It's like it's not even good chocolate typically.
No, it's not even like on Hershey's level of cheap chocolate, which I do consider Hershey's the bottom tier.
Bottom tier chocolate.
Of the chocolate food chain.
What's your top tier chocolate?
Lindt chocolates. Only because they have that fancy wrapping and they played a psychological game on me.
Yeah,
so that's top tier.
There's spheres.
Yeah, they cost like $100.
Yep.
Per ball.
Well, on that note, talking about balls, you'll notice there's only 4 balls here tonight. Not
so
8.
The usual amount of balls.
The usual amount of balls. We're missing Cal and we're missing Mutt. And so you get the 2 better looking goons tonight. The 2 uggos are out of here. And what we decided to do is because Cal and Mutt are from they're men of a certain age, a little bit, we'll call them elder statesmen, I guess, to be,
Don't let Mutt think he's an elder. Let that go to his head.
Dirty old man, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
That's more like it.
They're older. And so Mark and I decided that what we're going to do is talk about the things that we love from our generation, because they kind of lord over us that we weren't from their generation, we're from another generation, and we believe the stuff that we like's better. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah, I mean we like actual stuff. They like they played with their stick and ball.
Yeah, like the hoop that you had to roll.
Yeah, the thing that you try to get inside the ice cream cone, try to catch it.
Yep, exactly. Lame. So, so we're going to talk about that and get on to other tangents. We'll figure out whatever that may be. And if you're watching along, please let us know some of the things that you like. And we can either make fun of them or we'll agree because it's something that we like. We'll figure that out.
I'll always agree because I'm in the customer service mindset.
Customer service. Yeah. So I went through and tried to get a bunch of screen get a bunch of images to share, and the problem that I found that I have is that I would look up 90s toys or 80s toys or cartoons or whatever, and I liked everything that was there, and so I was trying to just get a screen a capture image of everything.
Right.
I had to kind of stop myself, and I was like, okay, I'm going to just try to get a couple, and we'll probably you're going to have some, and we're going to talk about a lot of cool.
You just ended up going on eBay and buying a bunch of old
and I bought toys. But there's for real, when I spoiler alert, I got into some G.I. Joe stuff, and I one of the items that I have a photo of that I was going to show. It was such it hit me like a freaking lead weight in the head, nostalgia. And I was like, I remember that thing. So I can't believe I forgot that thing. So,
see, you got to be careful with G.I. Joe because Mutt and Cal are going to claim they have the original G.I. Joes, Barbie doll looking toys.
I know that was 83, which is my birth year.
They had these G.I. Joes. We had
they had the Amiga G.I. Joes, the ones with the soft outfit.
The Ken dolls,
yeah. But we had, I believe that the G.I. Joes that we got were the best and the highest level of toy quality that you can get for GI Joe. I think we were really there. After the '90s, it really started dropping off because they used different plastic and stuff. But those GI early '90s GI Joes were the ones. Here it comes, busting out Snake Mountain playset. Now, you'll see, Christopher. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So, is there anything you want to jump off with, Mark? Like TV?
I'm gonna kick it off with the mother of all.
And if you want to share your screen, you can do that.
Let me, if you'd be so kind, share my screen.
As soon as you get it up, I can't even see anything.
Here we go. Hey, chill out.
Oh, dang.
You see my screen?
I see it.
Is this visible?
It is visible.
This right here.
Wow.
I didn't have all the toys I wanted, and so this was my toy. Pretty much growing up, it was the Kenner starting lineup action toy guide. Well, no, it wasn't. No, starting lineup was the toy line. It was just the action toy guide.
Yeah.
These were the baseball toys that dorks like me didn't collect because I didn't understand
starting lineup,
sports. But yeah, this was we didn't have Etsy and eBay and all those fancy things. So no, this is what you pretty much. It's
like your catalog, and you get through.
Yeah, the thing was this little mini tiny thing. It was small, and it just had all the stuff that your parents probably didn't end up buying you for Christmas, but you'd circle it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I remember doing that. So when I was little, I stayed over my aunt's house a lot. Like she was like, it was like my mom's. It was my mom's side, and so I went over to her house all the time. It was Aunt Barbara, and I stayed at her house. And every Christmas, they always did went overboard, and they give us the Sears catalog when Sears still had a catalog, and you'd flip through the Sears catalog and you'd circle the things that you wanted. I'd put your initials beside it, and I remember doing that.
I had an Aunt Barb too.
Like this. What's that?
I had an Aunt Barb too.
Yeah, and Aunt Barb. Yeah, Aunt Barb's are the best.
Yeah.
Look at that Batman '89 stuff.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it was 90% of it was just Batman stuff. I think this is actually a Batman website. That's why it's only showing the Batman things.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they had the RoboCop toys in there. They had I had this costume.
Oh man, that's awesome. It's very cool.
Yeah, so that's my kicking it off spiel.
Kicking it off. All right. So for me, now I got to see if I can get my screen up here.
See, we're from the generation that had Aunt Barb's. Mutt and Cal are from the generation where they married Barb's and Barbaras.
All right, I gotta share my screen, so I'm gonna show you.
What's up, Cross Comics?
Oh, what up, Rick? What do I want to do?
Dave, Mutt is, I believe, he is in his 60s.
He's got 60s. Yeah. All right. It's on. I have this. Let me see if I can set this up because it's in a. Yeah, I can do it that way. I actually went in there we go. How about this? Can you see that? All right. So number one, the G.I. Joe cartoons, they came out later than the kind of the original Joe stuff. And so I love the cartoons, but this is what got me so excited tonight. All right, you see that thing? You know what that is? That is the special edition Tiger Force or Tiger Strike, I think. No, Tiger Force. It was a G.I. Joe, and they had a whole series of these Tiger Force toys. And I had this specific dual hull little speeder boat with the fan on the back, and you could that little red wheel.
Did you have water nearby to actually use that in?
When it rained in my the
bathtub time.
Drainage ditch would be full of water out in front of my house. I'd go and there's rocks, so I'd be driving it around in there. But no, I had this thing and I loved it so much. I mean, didn't have any water. It was just you
still take it in the bathtub to this day.
Took it in the bathtub to this day. That's right. but that is the one that I had. But the one that I wanted is this. The Killer.
All right. I remember that one.
Yep. So
I thought you were gonna bust out the what was the big one that nobody had?
Oh, it was
the aircraft carrier, something.
Spaceship. Oh, the aircraft carrier too. They had a spaceship.
Really? They had a spaceship? I don't remember that one.
Yeah, and the aircraft carrier. Yeah. So I had a cousin with the spaceship.
All right.
It's pretty cool. So the hovercraft, the killer whale, the warrior hovering assault launching envoy. It really worked hard for that.
Like, how are we gonna work this in? Warrior hovering.
The warrior hovering assault launching envoy.
Does it actually hover?
No, it was just plastic.
They just threw that in there.
Yeah. Oh man. Remove.
See, that reminds me of so you had your envy toy. Mine was the original Kenner Batmobile from the 89 Bat. I had the Batman Returns one because I got into the toys later.
Mm-hmm.
Where the sides bust off and you have like the weird looking train thing.
Yeah.
I hated that thing, but I wanted that old school.
Yeah, the old original Bat. Well, yeah, I remember that. I never had that. I had a bunch of Batman '89 toys, but I never got the Batmobile. I think I had some sort of bat. Like it wasn't anything ultra cool, but I mean.
Here's the closest. Hang on, I'll show you the closest thing I had.
All right. You had so Christopher had the A10. That's pretty cool. And Dave, the Cobra Jet. Oh yeah.
All right, hold up here.
Yeah.
All right. This bad boy. I had the McDonald's.
Oh yeah. Dude, it's so cool. That's actually a really good toy though.
Held the wrong part, but yeah. This top part came out for some reason.
Yeah. That's actually a really cool toy for a McDonald's like playset.
Oh, McDonald's used to be like quality.
Yep.
Toys were top notch. Look at that boy. Slick.
Do I still have that toy? I have somewhere a McDonald's, and I have him up on like one of my shelves up here. But it was a French fry man, and it just looked like a little carton of French fries, and you like pulled
the Transformer ones.
Huh?
The Transformer ones.
Yeah, the Transformer. Yeah, exactly.
Those things are amazing.
Yeah, I still have French fry somewhere. I don't know where he is. He's got to be up there somewhere.
They got really like over the top later because it was like French fry robot dinosaurs came later.
Yep.
Like your breakfast meal turned into a like a pterodactyl, but it was like a robot pterodactyl.
Yes. Yep.
Sides popped out.
Christopher says my old man discovered eBay. He's been selling off all of my old Star Wars junk. No, that's terrible.
No, we don't call it junk.
Yeah, I have.
What did you have?
I figured when we talk about Star Wars stuff, I'm going to stand up and I have some toys up there. I'm going to pull them. All right. I'm proud of.
I don't really have any. This Batmobile is like the only toy I have in the room currently. No, you know what? You know what I have? Because I was playing with these when the U.S. agent popped up on Falcon Winter Soldier. I had these.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I actually had this one first because I couldn't find caps, so I just settled for U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. I have a ton of them, but I have them on these shelves. It's kind of hard to get to. I might pull a couple of them down just because they might pertain to what I was talking about. But the toys, I feel like the toys that we grew up with were far better than the toys that Mutt and Cal were going to have grown up with, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, they're dolls and
they're dolls. They're
yeah, I have to keep reminding him the hopscotch isn't a toy.
Right. Yeah.
It's drawings on the road.
Marbles really aren't toys.
They're jacks. They're bag full of jacks. It's a bouncy ball.
But you know what? Like, so you're gonna agree with what I have to say here in just 1 second. But probably one of the finest toy and video franchises, I believe, is Dino Riders.
You know what? I'm glad Mutt is not here because he would be poo-pooing this.
He would.
Oh, what's a dinosaur doing with a laser pack on it? I don't understand, you kids.
Yep. Exactly.
Dinosaurs didn't have lasers.
So we have, and I'm just gonna pull up real quick. Let you guys see. Like, first of all, look at this art that they put out. Then, I mean, for a
toy.
Right,
this is for a toy.
Yep. And I had this guy right here.
Yep.
I remember that it was a big deal when I saw this, and there was something that I got that my dad got me that my mom wasn't crazy about. It was like I got like a bow and arrow or something like that, like something that could be potentially very dangerous. And she said that she would buy me something if I gave her that because I loved it. I can't remember what. I think it was like a bow and arrow, something dangerous. And I remember though giving her. I remember giving it to her and going and picking this out at Toys R Us, and like being so excited that I was walking, out of the store holding the box that thing was in.
This is the one you went for of all the dinosaurs?
I went. This is the one I went for, man.
You didn't want the T-Rex. You wanted the Brontosaurus.
I did. Yep, I did. I wanted the Brontosaurus.
See, mine was the T-Rex, and I begged for a long time. In my kid mind, it was like 3 years. It was probably like a couple weeks. So,
see, thank you, Dave. Dino Riders is underrated.
Yes.
Hey, give me 1 second. I gotta let my dog in because he's barking and he's going. Hold on, I'm going.
Let me tell you how timeless Dino Riders really is. Most of these kid shows that I grew up with, I tried showing my kids it, and they usually get pretty bored very quickly. But Dino Riders was the one that actually kept my kids' interest. I showed him it on YouTube. He loved it. I mean, he was glued to the TV, and that never happens with any of the kid stuff. I usually show him. I tried showing him the Tick today. He didn't care about the Tick. I've tried showing them Transformers. They get bored pretty quickly with Transformers. But Dino Riders is one of the few that were not very plot heavy, and that typically kept my kids entertained.
I'm coming back. I'm back.
Hey,
back. Hold on.
I'm losing them, Macho.
I'm back. Hold on. My dog. Oh wait, hold on, camera. My dog.
There he is.
Here, he's right here.
Hey, baby boy.
He's been rolling on the ground or something. You got like dirt on you, big dog. Yeah, I don't know. So my neighbors don't really like him because he has a loud bark. And our fence, like our property, goes really close to the back of their house. And so we have to we have to be good about like when we let him in. And like let him in, let him out. And I was like, man, he's been cooped up all day today, and I let him out. It's usually pretty quiet at night. But he was just down there barking. I heard him, and I was like, oh, I gotta get him.
Is it Virginia? Are the houses packed in like sardines in Virginia?
Well,
down in Texas.
Some places for sure they are. Where we live, it's an older neighborhood, and our lot is pretty big, but it just is really close to our property line is very close to where our neighbor's house was built. So he can get pretty close, and he has a loud bark. Like he's a big animal.
My dog never barks except when he sees like a bunny or something in the yard. He'll start barking, and it scares everybody because none of us expect it.
Yeah, I wish he didn't bark that much. He's like such a good dog, but man, he can be annoying.
Poochie.
He does not like UPS trucks or mail trucks or anything bigger than like a sedan. He's not a fan of.
I was out this afternoon. I was driving around most of the Keller Fort Worth area trying to find our neighbor's dog.
Oh geez.
Somehow got out. So I was driving around trying to find this like black lab.
That black labs, like they're the sweetest dogs, but they're so stupid and they're just excited to see everything.
I wasn't able. Somebody found it eventually, but I was all over the place trying to find this.
All right, come on, get out of here. Your breath smells bad. Come on. No, get out of here.
Come on, let him stay.
Go lay down.
Let him stay.
Go lay down.
What up, Fatal J?
Oh, Fatal J, what's up, man? You know what? We should get Fatal J. I should give Fatal J a link, and we can see if
the superior of the Fatal J Mutt team up.
So Fatal J, if you want, I can give you a link, and we'd love to hear from you, and we can also hear from you some dirt on Mutt. You should give us some dirt.
All the dirt
you want. You can tell me yes or no. But anyway, I heard you kind of. I heard you talking about Dino Riders from the door over there.
Yeah, I was implying that it's more timeless than the other child franchises that we had. I've tried showing my kids everything. I've tried showing them Transformers, G.I. Joe. I tried showing them the Tick. I was trying to show my kid today. Just bored to tears with all these things. With Dino Riders, because there's no plot. Like it's just they land on a planet and there's dinosaurs.
Yep.
And he was immediately just sucked into it.
Yeah, the good guys, they can kind of use their feelings to help, control the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And they do it because they want to help the people, and the bad guys like mind control.
See, I was rooting for the bad guys the whole time because they had the cooler looking dinosaur sets.
They had
My son was very sympathetic to the good guys. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. He's at the gym. Fatal J's at the gym. That's okay. Getting a swole on.
All right.
Well, we'll get you in here. We'll get you in here soon, man. Especially with Mutt, and that way you can help us gang up on Mutt. That'd be excellent. But
unless he's a Trojan horse.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. If he's worked with Mutt at all, he's going to be on our side. It's fine.
I'm amazed they're still together, working together. It makes it sound like they're romantic interests. But
I mean, this day and age, now I'm just playing.
Yeah, I'm a judge.
But no, I agree with you. I think Dino Riders is one of it's just so good, man. Like you said, not a whole lot of plot, but it's dinosaurs. Who's not going to love dinosaurs?
Yeah, every kid likes it.
A bunch of tech and action. It's just awesome. And the toys were really, really good.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, I finally got the T-Rex and I dropped it the first day I got it and broke the tail.
Oh my gosh! I still actually have the Brontosaurus from the toy that I got. I still have it to this day.
Yeah, that tail wagged when that thing was pretty cool.
Yeah, it kind of flopped around.
Yeah.
My daughter keeps it in her room. She has it. And we did how there's the Elf on the Shelf thing where the elf comes alive and gets into mischief and stuff. Well, we decided not to do Elf on the Shelf, but we did this thing we called Dinovember. And so all throughout the month of November, the dinosaurs would come alive and get into mischief. And I fully did not anticipate what sort of damper this would put on my life, because I had to literally for 30 days, out of the year, every single night when my kids went to sleep, get up and think about things that I needed to do to get the dinosaurs into mischief. And then also plan on how I was going to be able to clean it up tomorrow morning and not make a giant mess or whatever. I mean,
you invest too much in your children.
So the worst part about it is that my daughter, when the dinosaurs didn't come back one year, it was the biggest deal. It was the biggest deal.
Well, that leads into you explain the Ice Age or the meteors,
the meteor,
or whatever you want to explain for.
Well.
The flood.
One of them still believes it. One of them still believes it, and we don't have the heart to tell her that, it's not real. And when she does find out, it is going to be a terrible, terrible day.
What you do is you tell her Santa Claus killed the dinosaurs.
Easter Bunny killed Santa Claus.
Oh no! Really?
I killed the Easter Bunny.
Did you explain all this to them?
No. Well, one of them knows, one of them doesn't. So
that's what I'm saying. You tell her because they don't want to. You make them pick between dinosaurs and Santa Claus, pretty much. Who do you want to live?
That might be a good one. That might.
You tell them, look, the dinosaurs, they eat toys. Santa Claus wants to give you joy, and so he killed the dinosaurs.
You've got it all figured out, man. I like it.
I'm all about crushing my children's hopes and dreams and.
Anyway,
they don't believe in Santa Claus. I tried. They don't really. They know it's nonsense.
Really?
Yeah. 7, 6, and 3.
And they okay.
Wow. They don't buy into it. They know it's nonsense.
Okay. All right.
And they still do the milk and cookies thing because they know I just want to eat some cookies.
That's. I mean, honestly, you probably did it the best way, because my older daughter was probably she was probably 9. She believed till she was about 9 years old, because we were good. We were good. And when she found out, it was she was basically she felt so betrayed. You lied to me for 9 years, and this is a terrible thing. I can't. She was like, "What else isn't real? The Tooth Fairy." And we're like, "No, Tooth Fairy real."
Oh no, that one's
totally real.
And to this day, old dad has to dress up in a Tooth Fairy costume.
Yep. I actually have to get a tooth tonight. at some.
Oh yeah, they lost one tonight.
Yep, there's a molar too. Molars are cat cash.
We had some child fillings done today on some of his baby teeth because he got a cavity on one of them.
Oh, bummer! On a baby tooth?
Yeah, they have to get they put like caps on him, like these silver caps. So he looks like a mob boss right now, or like a rapper. He's got like this silver tooth now.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad, eh?
I had a friend with a gold tooth, like one that was right here, and he was like, he was from Canada, whitest dude ever, had a gold tooth right here. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
But yeah. So what else you got? What else you like?
All right. So I was in the
nostalgia.
I'm gonna say I was in the podcast game before. Let me see if I can bust this double out here. I was in the podcast game in the 80s to 90s.
Oh wow.
I did my own stuff.
King.
With here, let me do a little share here.
All right.
Let me share my application window. Share that bad boy. Here we go. Not that. This is right here.
Oh.
The Fisher-Price brown and tan tape player.
The brown and tan tape player.
And this thing went with me everywhere. Look at this bad boy.
Wow.
Hey, pop the tape in, record all your stuff. Yeah, nice big buttons, very easy to use.
Could you play any cassette? I mean, it would play.
Oh yeah, I had what was it? There's a tape I always played. It was a recording from the radio of "We're Coming to America." I played that nonstop. It was like that, and then it was just recordings of me like trying to record my brothers playing Nintendo. So you get like
you could record and everything. Wow.
Yeah, recorded. That was the whole main feature. There's this big old record button right here.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I just walked around the house with this thing and just recorded everything.
That is hilarious, dude.
So I stacks of tapes in my parents' house.
I don't know how I've never seen this thing.
Yeah, this thing was epic. Look at all these.
What kind of batteries did it take?
Oh, probably like if there was something bigger than D, that's probably what it took.
Yeah. 3 giant D batteries.
6 D batteries that you
Yeah, Dave says I recorded the G.I. Joe movie intro on his.
Yes. Tell you, man, these things are great. My brother would get a hold of it and he'd leave like messages, like he'd like hide my stuff and he'd pretend to be like this wizard that stole my things.
That's awesome.
Like, if you want to find your toys, you need to find the magic stopwatch. And we had like a stopwatch around the house. You had to find like the stop time and find me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. My whole life was like a big RPG until.
So I had something that's not like that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I could find it.
Because she says you could carry that around and break dance with that rig. That's right.
Heck yeah, you could.
Neil Diamonds were coming to America. Today.
All right, hold on. Let me pull my my screen up, and I'm going to show you what I had. All right.
Chrome. Come on, man. We got dead air.
All right. This is what I had.
You had it?
I had a Tiger Talk.
Oh, that's better than what I had.
So it was actually, so I had to leave it at, we talked about Aunt Barb earlier.
Did yours steal it? Aunt Barb steal yours?
No, I had to leave it at Aunt Barb's because, so this was like the big present, because these things were not cheap. And it was like mine and my cousin, like we always were there like literally every weekend, always together. And we both wanted this thing. And she kind of got it as like a kind of a joint thing. Like
she wanted it
like Christmas. So she, my Aunt Barbara got it for us, for me and my cousin.
I thought you meant for you and your Aunt Barbara. Like, I want that.
No. Me and my cousin Kevin.
Right.
We had this thing, and it was so much fun because you could do like the.
Did it actually do the low voice stuff, like the?
So I'm looking, and it looks like just a regular tape player, cassette, and recorder.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I thought it did that, but it might just be because that was in the movie.
So it ripped you off.
Maybe I can't remember, but I do remember playing with this thing and having like a blast with it. So anyway, I did have a Talk Boy. I didn't get into like the real life RPG like you did, but man, it was.
I didn't realize that thing was made by Tiger.
Yeah, man.
I wonder what they talk about. Tiger was like the cheap alternative to like the handheld games.
Yeah,
I remember those things being like $30-$40 sometimes. Like,
they
were not a cheap alternative to anything. If you had like 2 of those, you could have just bought a Game Boy.
Yeah, and they weren't like, I mean, they really weren't that good.
No, they were terrible. But
some of them were probably fun to play a little bit. I remember owning a couple little electronics, but I did have a Game Boy. So.
All right. Oh, you had a Game Boy.
I had a Game Boy. Yeah.
See, I had the Tiger games, and then I finally was able to get like a fancy handheld device, and I got an Atari Lynx.
Oh, a Lynx. Oh, wow. That was color too, right?
Yeah, it was, my brother had a Game Gear, and this thing was supposedly better than a Game Gear. And
so
but the games were like Dino Wars.
Yeah.
And like
Atari made some bad
California games.
Yeah. Atari made some bad stuff when they went to like the Jaguar and the Lynx. They weren't that great. So I had a Game Boy, and I wish I would have kept the Game Boy. And I don't know what happened to it, but I did get eventually a Game Gear. Nice. And I think that was the better of the handheld devices, personally.
Yeah, they just watched the AVGN episode on Tiger. I watched that too. I was offended by it because I had such good memories of Tiger.
Well, you got to know that he's going to hate everything.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, he's doing Tiger.
What was the one? I just watched one recently that was like so freaking funny. Oh, it was The Dark Man.
Yeah, I just watched that one too.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
I didn't realize how dumb that movie was.
Oh, it was so stupid. The scene with the pink rhino or whatever, pink bunny or whatever.
He, like, wrecked the guy's fingers. And
yeah, he like breaks his fingers and like throws him through the back of the thing, and the girl's.
I love that the hand turned into like a rubber doll.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I really want to go back and watch the movie now though, because. Of seeing that little bit.
I don't want to do it now. I feel like it's going to ruin it. I remember I had such good memories of that movie, like the guy that chopped the fingers off. And
the practical effects were so good. Now, well, yeah, that's a perfect thing to talk about. Like, that's a great, that was a great movie for our time, man. We expect to live through that. And but for real, the practical effects of that movie were incredible.
Yeah, his face was something to behold.
Yeah.
That was messed. I didn't like looking at that face either. I wish he didn't have that chunk of human still there. That really bothered me. I didn't like that. Like just be a nasty skull face.
Yeah. It was it was bad. I mean, it was really kind of disturbing because he was like in this nasty warehouse and everything's dirty.
Everything's dirty in that movie.
He's walking around with like dirty, filthy rags on his hands, and he has like open wounds and stuff. And he's like,
it's like the real story of that is he would have just gotten an infection and died.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, imagine if COVID was going on, then he'd be dead.
It's just crawling with it.
Oh no, I said the word too. I said the word.
I think it's safe to say now.
Safe to say now. Anyway,
as long as you include wear a mask somewhere in the street.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, wear a mask.
Yeah. Wear a Dark Man mask.
Wear a mask. But and the action was pretty good in that too. But the thing that was cracking me up is because he drew all the parallels between Dark Man and RoboCop. And then the funny thing, it was like the same people produced the movie, and it was the same people that did the games, and the games were like eerily similar.
Exactly the same, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe that."
I never would have thought the RoboCop connection.
Yeah, I know. Never. Well, it was just so funny. I never thought about that either. But it did have. It was funny how they just kind of cherry picked a bunch of screen grabs that looked very similar.
Guy falling off building.
Like guy falling. That's the one that always sticks in my head too. Guy falling off building. But yeah, man, that movie was good. I was trying to. It made me laugh too because they were talking about how at the very end. What's the bad guy's name in that movie? I can't remember his name. It's like Donovan.
I never knew his name. I just remember he had weird fish lips. I didn't like.
He had a weird face, and he dies, and then he returns in the second movie after he's dead. I'm like,
he's like the only guy that came back for the sequels.
Anyway, what a good movie.
90s action movies, 90s superhero movies in general have a really terrible charm to them.
Absolutely.
Like The Shadow and The Phantom. Durant. Yeah, that's right. His name is Durant.
Durant. That's it. Durant. Yep. Donovan, I said. I was trying to think,
Sandwich.
like, what else? Yes, Mr. Sandwich. We appreciate you, sir.
Sammy.
What else would we get in the 90s action movies? Let's see.
Action movies in the 90s? See, my favorite was Zorro, Mask of Zorro.
Oh yeah, Mask of Zorro.
If we're going like 90s action movies, kind of superhero-y.
What about Last Action Hero with
I never liked that movie.
You never watched it? Oh, really?
You hated that movie.
Really?
I didn't like that one.
And I
love Schwarzenegger. I have like every Schwarzenegger movie. I even have like Hercules in New York or whatever, and like all those really crappy ones.
I don't know why that movie was like I loved it. I watched it.
It was a big deal when it came out. Like that was
it was goofy, but I think it was the whole like the premise of the movies coming to life. Like I thought that was so cool.
It was a fun premise. I just didn't care for it much because I think as a kid it was weird to see Schwarzenegger like in a PG-13 setting.
Yeah,
it bothered me a little bit.
yeah, he was. It wasn't quite as gritty as he would normally.
Why isn't he being edgy? Yeah, but I did like his cartoon cat sidekick.
What?
He had like a cartoon cat for a sidekick in that movie.
Yep. What about the famous Waterworld? How do you feel about Waterworld?
I have one memory of that movie in my adolescent mind, and it was just seeing the lady's butt at like halfway through the movie.
Yeah,
and it's the only thing I remember about that movie was there was a butt in the movie.
Yep.
I don't remember, and also that they were like kissing underwater to breathe.
Yeah.
And all I could think is like, are they just breathing monoxide like down there? Like, does that work? Can you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. He was like Fishman. Remember, he had like gills.
So did he exhale oxygen? Is that how she was able to? Like say you and Mutt, you're stranded in the middle of the ocean, and your submarine is 20 feet down.
Yeah.
Could you keep each other alive with
one of us Fishman?
Passion of friendship? Yeah.
Well, he is full of hot air. So.
Hey-o.
All right. I will say probably one of my most favorite movies in the 90s that I own to this day, it was late 90s though, is The Fifth Element.
All right.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, all right.
You dig some Bruce Willis or nah? You're not a Bruce Willis fan?
I don't mind that movie. My gripe with that movie is the fact that The Fifth Element was the power of love.
Yeah, I got it. I know. that is lame.
Like it was love. It's like no.
The movie was like phenomenal. Like it was very like iconic in a lot of ways. Like the bad.
It's a good movie. You can't deny that's a good movie.
Yeah, like Bruce Willis plays. I mean, the same person he plays in every movie. Yeah. Like half drunk, dirty, like foul mouthed.
He plays Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he plays Bruce Willis. But like the bad guy, who is what's his name? Dang, it's Harry Potter. It's the bad dude or Sirius Black and Harry Potter, whatever his name is. But he was great in his haircut. And then what's the I know
what you're talking about.
Chris Tucker was in it, and he played that like just flamboyant like sidekick or like henchman or whatever. Anyway, that movie's fantastic. I wish I could remember all the names right now off the top of my head, but I can't.
What is that? The bad guy from Air Force One. What the heck is his name?
Oh, man.
It's that guy, right? Anybody or two people in the chat?
You know who'll know is a sandwich.
Mutt would know.
Mutt would know. His name's Zorg, but it's played by Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, there you go. I should have known that. Well, it's because this is the young goons. We don't have old man
right
in the stream today.
The Fifth Element was fun in theaters. Ruby Rod. Was it Ruby Rod?
Was that his bad guy name in the movie?
No, so there's Zorg, and then Chris Tucker played.
I haven't seen this movie since it came out in like the 90s. I don't remember much about it.
Let's see. Chris Tucker played Ruby. I think it's Ruby Road. RHOD. Ruby Road. That's what it is.
That was Chris Tucker's guy.
Yeah.
My wife and God love her. She never saw the Rush Hour movies, so I had to introduce her to the Rush Hour movies.
Yeah, well done.
That broke my heart to when she told me that. I was like, oh.
You like literally felt it.
I took my ring off for the movies because I felt like she didn't deserve that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to let her. She can't get away with that.
It's like you don't get this.
What else?
Here.
What else do we got in the 90s? Oh, Armageddon. How do you feel about Armageddon? Yeah. Oh, you know what? I watched this movie last night. Die Hard with a Vengeance, the best of the Die Hards.
All right.
I don't know if it's the best, but it is one of the most entertaining.
You're gonna put that one over the first Die Hard? You're gonna put Die Hard with a Vengeance over the original action genre?
Nakatomi Plaza. Yeah, I don't know. Man, that's hard. I think if for nostalgia, I think that the original Die Hard is always going to be the best. But man, I think I enjoy watching. Like the feel I get from watching with a Vengeance is just better because I think Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson have like the best chemistry in that movie.
If you're showing a modern day audience that for the first time, they're probably going to like 3 more than they like 1.
Yeah,
because it's a little flashier, it's a little funnier.
Yeah. Oh, it's like well written and the music's good and everything. But yeah. So Dave's saying 3 is the best sequel.
All right.
I agree with that.
I mean, you don't have a lot of competition there. You've got 2.
Yeah, right. 2 is not good, but is it best sequel ever? Maybe
as the best sequel of all time sequels.
All time sequels. I mean, maybe it was really good.
I believe Short Circuit 2 takes the claim.
Oh, Short Circuit 2. When did Short Circuit come out?
That had to have been like 85.
Yeah, that had been early.
I grew up with that one. We had it recorded off of TV.
Okay.
And I watched that one religious. That's my all-time favorite. That and Flight of the Navigator are my 2 all-time favorite movies.
I have to agree with you. Flight of the Navigator. I watched that movie. We probably recorded it. I was at Aunt Barb's again, man.
Aunt Barb, man, she had everything.
Dude, Aunt Barb was awesome.
I feel like we have the same Aunt Barb. I'm starting to wonder.
Maybe we do. Maybe we're like cousins. We didn't know it.
That'd be amazing.
So we had that over there, and I remember I had all these. I had the shelf that were like my cassette tapes, and I could pop them in. And one of them was Flight of the Navigator, and man, I wore that sucker out.
Yeah,
that was great. With
Pee Wee Herman
was cool. How the spaceship actually how it worked and
that was original. Like that was like some of the early like CG stuff too, right? Like that was
Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo is the best sequel ever made.
That's okay.
Well, no, I can't comment.
I can't. I guess I can. I'll give you it. I feel like I get yelled at for arguing with that, so I'll leave that one alone.
Short Circuit 2. Which one? So what did he do in?
That's the one where he like turns into a punk.
Oh,
like I need a hero.
Yes, that is a phenomenal movie. Parents like Flight of the Navigator because it took place. What took place
back in the day?
Oh, back in the beginning. Yeah. It was great, man. That movie was so good. I'd like to get that and let my daughter watch it. I think she'd really dig it.
That intro, I love. Like you think it's the flying saucer, and then like a dog jumps up and grabs it, and it's like, oh, it's the dog's playing frisbee.
Yeah,
this must be what they did in the 70s.
Yeah, just like Back to the Future. Yeah. Back to the Future, another good movie. I think Back to the Future is almost a perfect movie.
What do you classify that movie as? Do you just call it sci-fi, or do you consider it something different?
Back to the Future?
I can't give that movie a genre.
Yeah, I mean, probably sci-fi because of time travel, I guess.
Just when I think of sci-fi movies, I think of like Blade Runner and Alien, but like you get to Back to the Future, and it's like it's not really a comedy, it's not really a drama, doesn't quite hill the sci-fi notes except for the time. I mean, 90% of the movie takes place in the past.
Yeah, it's got to be sci-fi, I guess, though. Just because it's weird. It's, he's like on a date with his mom, going to prom with his mom. It's got to be sci-fi. That was a good movie. What about this is one of my favorites that I also watched a whole lot. But I was probably a little bit older when I watched this one, though, and it's Demolition Man.
All right.
You like Demolition Man?
I mean, yeah. It's like one of the two good Sylvester Stallone, one of the few good Sylvester Stallone movies. You got like Rocky, Rambo, and then
Incest Fantasy.
I mean, look, if I'm just saying, my mom was Leah Thompson, things may have played out differently in that scenario.
Right. But you would have if that was happening in that movie, then you might have started disappearing if you kissed her because. I wonder what would happen. You'd be your own
worth it.
You'd be your own grandpa.
Well, I mean, we're not implying that he went that far with his mom. I was just going off of he's like a Kyle Reese, like a
exactly. Freaking Kyle. That is the weirdest. I've like given up.
My thing is like they all read that script and they were like, "Yeah, I'm good with this."
Like,
this seems normal. This seems like a situation that I'd be cool with.
Sci-go action comedy adventure fi. I like that, Dave.
I can't. When I think of that movie, I can't think of it as a sci-fi movie. It feels too lighthearted or something. I can't. But it's not quite comedy though. Like you don't really like bust out laughing during it.
Let's see.
They're gonna say it's sci-fi. Like I know like Wikipedia is like a sci-fi adventure, but it just doesn't. It doesn't hit those notes.
Sci-fi comedy. It's a sci-fi comedy.
Comedy?
Yeah, sci-fi.
Is it funny? Is it a funny movie?
Yeah, it's a funny movie.
When do you laugh?
When Biff runs into the manure truck and the manure turns over on him.
I mean,
or when he goes. What does he say? Where he
if you're gonna say that, then you could say when you watch Man of Steel, when Superman busts the guy's truck up after the bar, like, well, it must be a comedy.
No. Like how Biff can never get the punchline to the joke right. Like he always. It was
make like a tree and get out of here.
Yeah, make like a tree and get out of here. Exactly.
A conjoined twin would erupt from the side of his head. Oh gosh. See, then it becomes a sci-fi.
Yeah, definitely.
He created his own incestual Siamese twin.
Oh God!
It's actually the prequel to Total Recall. That's like Quato's origins.
Right? Yeah.
Doc Brown gets shot.
What else we got? What else came out in the 90s and the 80s that we would have liked?
We're talking movies?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just talking anything. I was just looking at movies. What about?
Well, okay. So I got a comedy that nobody ever seems to ever know about. And we got it. It was the rental store up the street. It was like this brand new rental store. We went in there, and they ended up giving it to us because we were the only people that rented it. It's called Big Man on Campus. Have you ever heard of this movie?
Big Man on Campus.
Nobody has ever heard of this movie, and like even the video store just gave it to us because nobody rented it or ever showed any interest in it except for us.
Big Man on Campus. I don't know this. I'm looking at the thing right now.
It's like a comedy retelling of like Quasimodo, and it's like.
Oh my God! I thought it was a caveman.
I think he technically might be. I don't know.
Is he at Notre Dame?
Yeah, he lives in like the bell tower at like Notre Dame.
I've never seen this before ever.
And he like obsesses over this girl, and they discover him one day like living in the bell tower because I don't know if he swoops down to save her from like getting hit by a car or something. I don't remember how it really got started.
That is so weird.
And so her boyfriend has to like live with the guy in the bell tower to like keep an eye on him or something. What?
That is so strange.
The movie, it's a really funny movie, but no one's ever heard of this movie.
I wonder where I could watch Big Man on Campus.
I feel like someone had to have just uploaded it to YouTube for free because
probably
no one's paying for it.
I'm gonna have to go look right after this. Oh, Christopher C said Krull. Yeah, Krull. Let's Let's see.
Oh, is that the Conan sequel that never was a Conan movie? Was that what that one?
Crawl is but no, Crawl is like, let's see.
Wasn't that one supposed to be like a Conan sequel, and then they ended up
on the planet of Crawl, an evil creature called the Beast decimates the world's army, kidnaps the lovely princess, who is destined to become the queen. Her brave beau, Prince Calwyn, leads a motley band of warriors, including Ergo Keegan, to rescue his beloved. However, before they can face the beast, Callan must locate the mystical weapon known as the glaive, which he can only use to slay the hideous villain. This looks real. I don't know if I actually. No, I feel like I've seen it, but I don't really remember it. But it looks really weird, and it looks like it has some really cool practical effects. So I might have to try to find that one too. And there's some mega 80s, like late 80s, early 90s hair on this chick.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
Sold.
What about Raising Arizona? Did you ever watch Raising Arizona?
I've never actually seen that movie.
What? Oh,
I know.
That is one that you should absolutely watch.
That's Nick Cage, right?
I'm going to say that's Nick Cage's finest work ever. Right? And you know he's done some incredible stuff, but Raising Arizona, I'm going to have to say, is one of my...
Nothing will ever top his performance in Con Air.
Con Air with his sweet mullet.
That accent he had, that mullet.
Yeah.
Put the bunny down.
It's pretty good. I mean, I liked, I have to say, I liked him in The Rock. That was kind of a cool movie.
Yeah. That's Michael Bay's finest, if that's a thing you could say.
Yep. I still think Raising Arizona is his best work, 1987. I highly recommend it. Holly Hunter, Nick Cage, John Goodman. Man, there's some good ones in there.
The spider scene was awesome. Is he talking about Kroll? Is that Kroll still?
I think he's talking
about Kevin Sorbo? Oh, not Cole. What's Kevin Sorbo?
Right,
which one's Cole now? I don't know what Cole is.
Oh, yeah. Cole?
Cole?
That sounds like, I think it's, maybe, is that a comic?
Kind of want to watch Cole.
No, Cole the Conqueror. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, is that the one I'm thinking of?
You're thinking of.
Yeah, there was one that was supposed to be a Conan threequel.
Yeah,
and
that's Kevin Sorbo. Yeah, you're thinking of.
Oh, no, it's Kevin Sorbo.
Kroll is oh man, there is this crazy spider scene. Weird and gross. All right, I'm gonna have to figure if I can I wonder where I can watch that. Let's see. Let's find out right now. I'm gonna find out if I can watch
what did remember last year we did a stream about movies that freaked us out when we were little?
Yeah.
What did Mutt and Cal pick? I remember you picked Neverending Story, didn't you?
No, that was Mutt.
That was Mutt picked that one?
Yeah, Mutt picked Neverending Story. I had Poltergeist.
Oh, you had Poltergeist. Oh, that's right. You had the pool scene, right? That was your
Poltergeist. Yeah, yeah. Mutt picked Neverending Story. Now I remember watching that a lot.
And Cal picked some weird Irish movie, right? Some like weird ghost movie from Ireland.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah, it was some weird movie I don't think I ever heard of. But I think Neverending Story didn't freak me out. It was just sad, you know? It's just like kind of depressing a little bit. Because the kid, like, number one, the kid was like kind of coming to terms with like growing up a little bit, and like all of his friends were like dying in this book, and like it was just sad. Everything was falling apart. I mean, I guess at the end he gets to ride away on Falcor the Luck Dragon, but
well, there you go.
Sad movie.
Happy ending.
Yeah. That dog luck hairy dog dragon is kind of creepy too.
See, I was always sad at the end of Flight of the Navigator because he didn't get to fly away in that spaceship.
Yep. Man, I need to watch that one too. Flight of the Navigator.
That's a great soundtrack too.
Cruella's on Amazon for $2.99. I think I can do that. I think I can pay $2.99 to watch this movie.
You think you can put that one up?
I can put $2.99 out.
All right. Is it worth the $2.99 though? Was the question. Krull or Kull? Which one are you talking about now?
Krull. Krull.
The foreign planet with the beast. That's
Yep. Oh man. All right, I got a weird thing that when I was searching stuff that I loved as a kid that I came across and it jogged my memory, and I hadn't thought about this in years. There's a TV show that I watched, and it's called Turbo Teen. Do you remember this?
Was that like a Power Rangers ripoff?
No, this is pre-Power Rangers. So Turbo Teen is hold on, let me find.
That's comparable to Blockbuster Video. What, Never Ending Story? Is that comparable to Blockbuster Video?
So
I think it kind of is.
I'm gonna play. I don't know if the audio will come through here or not, but I want to play this. Let's see. I'm gonna play this Turbo Teen intro, and it's sort of horrifying what happens to this kid. Okay. Let's see. I gotta get to my. All right, here we go. Turbo Teen.
It was a stormy night when a lightning forced me off the road. I partially into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer rays, causing me and my car to become one.
Oh, no.
The incredible Turbo Teen.
It shows him going through a car wash.
No, if this were realistic, he wouldn't have been driving in there with that car. He would have been driving in with like a Ford Taurus or something.
Yeah, something crappy. What do you think about that? Is that like horrifying or what?
Yeah, that's menacing.
Like this kid crashed off of he was driving way too fast. So let's look at the facts. His parents didn't care about him because they were just throwing money at him, giving him cars, whatever he wants. And he's driving like a jackass. And he flew off the road, crashed into a guy's molecular science experiment, and he turns into this freak car human hybrid thing. And
then just leaves the guy, right? Does he stick around with the guy that was doing the experiment?
Yeah, he takes off and then he's driving.
He's like, screw you guys. He probably stole a bag of chips on his way out.
No, Dave says he loves it, and Christopher said Robot Chicken did a parody of it. Huh? I would
have rolled in there in my 97 Buick Century.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I had an 83 Volkswagen Fox is what I would. A terrible, awful car. 4-cylinder piece of crap.
You end up being like a station wagon for the rest of your life.
Yeah, right. And so he can turn back and forth into a car. But I have yet to find somebody else besides Dave and Christopher that have ever seen it. I was just curious to see if you had seen it.
I've never heard of that. I hope I never remember it.
You're gonna wake up in cold sweats. I dreamed I was turned into a station wagon.
What if he's driving and pops a tire? When he turns back into a human, is his arm deflated?
It's all mangled.
His skin's all jacked up. Oh no, I made a horrible mistake. See, my show growing up when I was little was Bionic 6.
Bionic 6. What is it? I don't
Bionic 6. That's it was this little superhero family. They had a giant robot gorilla that was their pet. Oh, it's just me. Is it just me now? Did we lose Dan? Look, I want to be the star of the show here. All right. Well, this is uncomfortable. Daniel, if you can hear me, you have left the stream, and I demand that you come back in.
I'm here.
That was uncomfortable. You left me hanging in front of Dave, a sandwich.
I know, that's super embarrassing. I was clicking buttons and I totally clicked X on the StreamYard button.
It's humiliating. You humiliated me. Mutt and Cal are laughing at us right now. They're gonna be they can't wait till we come back.
I can't even hold the show together
It's falling apart. Somebody predicted it early on too. Someone said this is going to be a disaster. Christopher C.
Christopher did say that, but I'm determined to prove him wrong. I don't know if I've seen Bionic 6 before.
I can't even get the intro on YouTube. Like this thing is like barely existent. Like you have to go to like Daily Video.
That's so weird.
Probably like loads of porno up after it when you're done playing it.
You're right. Bionic 6. I don't think I ever saw this thing. So weird.
Hold up. Let me see if I can find this bad boy here.
All right, cool.
Is this it? Is this like in a different language? It's not the actual intro. It's just, I mean, it's the song. I don't think anybody wants to see the song though.
Bionic 6 intro.
Oh, hold up. Here we go. I don't know if the sound is going to come through on this, but let me.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna get back to the.
Actually, here you were able to do it with sound. Let me send you the link here.
All right, cool. Yeah, but I've never seen that before. Daily Motion. Yeah, I don't know if I want to click that one. There we go. All right, hang tight. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get the video up. Started auto playing. All right, Bionic 6.
Glorious. They had like a big robot gorilla that was like their family pet, and the one kid was the hip baseball player. Had the attitude.
Yeah,
he was the hot-headed one. Ugh.
Trainwreck is always my default bet. Yeah, thanks, Chris.
So you're never disappointed.
More ads for the toys. Different cartoons aired in different regions back then. Yeah, I guess that. I was trying to think like what I got. I mean, it was always. I remember watching ads for cartoons. It was always like X-Men and Spider-Man.
This was like I don't even think it was a Saturday morning cartoon. It was like after school. It was like on PBS or something.
Hey, I mean, it looked pretty cool.
They played it like I think it was back to back with like Silverhawks.
Oh man, I was just gonna say Silverhawks was my favorite. I did watch some Silverhawks though, for sure.
Did you watch Carmen Sandiego with
I watched some Carmen.
Acapella, not the cartoon, the game show. You had that acapella band.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. I don't know if I watched that a whole lot. I remember Silverhawks, DuckTales. I watched DuckTales. Yeah. DuckTales are always good.
It's like the one Nintendo game I could beat when I was little.
DuckTales. Gosh, yeah. I mean, what else? What else did I have that I was talking? Oh, how about Centurions? Do you know Centurions?
I know it. I didn't watch it though.
Centurions.
I had a busy schedule, man. I had Silverhawks and Bionic 6.
Yeah.
So
I remember watching Centurions. I have a couple Centurions toys, which are pretty cool. They got
what was that premise? Were they what were they? I'm guessing they turned into something.
They were these three kind of excuse me, it's 10 o'clock, so many young.
Hold up a minute. Hold up. Who's in the Mutt?
Oh my gosh, there he is. He couldn't.
Clearly, he is available because he's sitting here watching us make idiots of ourselves.
Silverhawks was my jam. Monstar, yep, he was a good villain.
No, don't read his stuff. You don't get to comment, Mutt. Shameful. Shameful. He just ruined my night. I was having fun, feeling nostalgic with my boy Dano here, and here's Mutt
coming in.
Claims he's traveling for the week. Oh, lots busy.
I know. Saying he's traveling. Doesn't have time for us.
Just drop by for a sec. No. You've been watching this whole time. You're probably recording it so you can make fun of us next 2 weeks from now.
I know. He will. He's going to. But, he's not going to be able to deny that our era of TV and movies and toys were better than his.
Thank you. I feel like we proved our point.
We proved our point.
Proved it well.
Oh, look! Check this out, though. Look, listen to this. Mutt should listen to this too. Centurion's Power Extreme is a syndicated American science fiction animated TV series produced by blah blah blah. The comic book artist Jack Kirby and Gil Kane contributed to the design and concept of the show. How cool is that?
Really?
How cool is that?
Are you sure it wasn't just some guy called Jack
No,
Kirby?
that is the
It's like, I'm Jack Kirby from New Hampshire.
The legend Jack Kirby helped create Centurions. I gotta say, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I have the way it worked is like there are these three kind of hotshot guys. One was like a pilot, one did like tanks and cars, and one went into the ocean. And they were on this like floating space station. And when they had yeah, we had when the grown-ups come back and just like make everything boring again. But they
tell you about the books we read when we were children.
Yeah, right. I had this one hoop. It was the best hoop they made. It was
the finest sticking ball in all the town.
Well, I used to take a broom handle and we'd throw. Yeah, Lancey and Aaron. Dave has it. But anyway, these the Centurion guys, they could call them. It was like they would say Power Extreme or something. I can't remember what it was. But they'd have these like suits, and these pieces would attach to them, and they'd be able to like. It was kind of like made them not superhuman, but they're kind of Iron Man-esque a little bit. Pretty cool.
Nice.
I was down with it. It was awesome. I have some of the Centurions toys.
Well, if Jack Kirby says it looks like crap, that is, I guess, contributing. Whoa. Did Jack Kirby say it looked like crap?
He said it says here on Wikipedia, or no, IMDb, that Jack Kirby contributed to the design.
By saying it looked like crap?
I don't think
his contribution?
That's not true.
Is this fake news? Are you reading this fake news?
It's fake news.
Fake news. Oh, look at this. I guess I'm the only youngin in the bunch here. Wide awake.
I like it when it hits you. I mean, Mutt would go through this with me all the time. When it hits 10 o'clock, I start yawning and I cannot help it. It's my weakness.
8 o'clock is your weakness.
8 o'clock and bullets.
And bullets. Oh yeah, that's a fair weakness. Are we back next week? Are we doing this next week? Or are we doing
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do next week or because we are gonna move
new time slot.
We have a new day slot, so we're gonna move to Tuesdays because Tuesdays are better. Cal is not here because he is doing something for work and church. So we're going to try to aim for Tuesdays instead. And I don't know if we'll be back next week or if it's the week after.
Well, I mean, look, Mutt wants to go next week.
Oh, Mutt wants to do next week? All right, we can do next week. I'll do next week.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm down.
Yeah. See, the reason he's doing that is because he doesn't consider this week legitimate.
I know. Well, I mean, he's not the boss, so.
No. He's kind of the boss.
He's the oldest.
He's the elder. You've already labeled him as the elder of the group.
The elder, yeah. But like
the Grand Wizard Mutt.
The Grand Wizard, yeah.
I'm fine.
Well, here he's still listening. There's 4 people here. He's still listening. He's just.
We got 4 people.
Yeah, 4 people. We've had more people stay though. Work in church. He is
custodian.
Custodian. He's not a pastor. I think he does like music, actually. Right? Doesn't he do music? Does music, I think.
I mean, he's your friend.
Elder means more wise.
Yeah. See, this is why you shouldn't have used the word elder with him. He's already got a big head.
Sometimes I mess up vocabulary. Probably what I meant was like senile is probably what I meant.
They're easy to mix up. They both have.
Yeah, like thinking back now, can't you see where like that was a mistake, and I probably meant senile. Yeah.
Okay, boomer. Well, hold up. Who's he calling okay boomer to?
He's talking to Mutt. Don't worry.
All right.
He's talking to Mutt.
Watch it now.
Christopher won't let Mutt get away with anything. It's perfect.
We got a good topic for it? Yeah, you know what? I got one more toy I want to show.
All right, let's hear it.
I got one more toy. Nobody ever brings this one up, and it makes me kind of sad.
I got one. I gotta get.
Oh.
Hold on.
There you go. That's for the ladies watching the stream.
Yeah.
That's for Mutt.
Hold on. You can see it in a second. Hold on. You go with yours.
All right. Do a little. I kind of accidentally showed this earlier, but for the one person that was watching. These bad boys right here. You're a Starcom?
Oh, this is something that I actually had that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I did not own any Starcom, but a friend of mine had it, and it was so freaking cool.
These were phenomenal. They were all magnets. All their feet had magnets. All the toys they were fun to play in your fridge.
Yep.
And they were super tiny. Like they were small little figures.
And didn't they have like a weren't some of them like didn't they have like you could like press something and it would be motorized maybe?
Yeah, all these things are motorized, but they didn't take batteries. It was all done through magic. I don't know. Magic.
Voodoo magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I never had any, but I had a friend that had all these Starcom toys, and he was one of those kids. Like, he wouldn't really play with the toy. He would get it out and he would appreciate it for what it was, and like look at it and like make it, But like, I'd be like, I want to play with this thing. Like, let's, come and do something. And he was like, no. These aren't for doing these. I can't take these outside. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
What?
Like,
these are meant to be played. Look at these things; they were meant to be played with.
I know, and he was like so anal about how you treated his toys, and like I'd like shut a thing too hard. He'd be like, "Whoa, no, we can't do that. Come on now." But yeah, I was upset because I was like, we need to go outside with these things. He didn't like that.
Oh, that's shameful. Yeah, these things were great. I had a bunch of these.
Nah, I didn't have. So I remember.
That's funny. I kept mine in a Ziploc bag too. That's great.
I don't know which one he had. I think he had the vehicle with the tracks on it, maybe.
Oh, this thing here?
Yeah, and then I feel like he had something else, maybe one of the spaceships. But yeah, they're super cool because they they were like motorized, but I don't know how it worked. I just remember.
Yeah, I remember the sound. They made this like.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, this is the one I had. My brothers all got the big ones because they didn't break stuff. I broke everything. So.
I broke everything, man.
Yeah. I'm scared I never know what I'm going to get with images, so I'll stop scrolling down. But yeah, that was. I still have some of those floating around too. Some of those figures.
So the last one I'm going to show tonight. This is before me, so understand. I'm not saying I was around for this, but however, I was able to like appreciate it, and I really like the toy. So I have here an original
nice
Rancor, Return of the Jedi.
I've got the Vader case floating around somewhere with a few of the toys in it.
So I got some more. I have a Tauntaun. I have an old X-wing up there, and all these, like, I know that this was kind of before my time, but man, I remember I don't know where I got him from, but getting these toys were super cool. Like, this thing is a gnarly toy too, man.
It's huge. Look at that thing.
It's huge. Look at it, and getting this thing. As a kid, as a monster that you're able to have from the movie. I mean, he's gnarly looking, dude.
Yeah, I think it's glorious. Still works too. Like, it shows how durable those things were back then.
Dude. Oh man, I broke his arm here. My dad. I don't know how he fixed it, but he did.
Mutt's asking if those Starcom are European toys.
I don't know. Maybe so.
No. I did not play with European toys. How dare you?
Hold on. I'm getting something else.
Look at that. You made Dan mad.
I'm out of here.
Macho's out.
Oh, gosh.
Back to me again.
Hold on. I'm back.
He would mess He-Man up. I agree. Oh, you had a Tauntaun.
Yeah.
Look at
that. OG Tauntaun as well.
Can you cut the belly open?
No, he's not. But you can stick a guy in the back.
Is that what that was for?
That's how it worked. And he like. What else do I got?
Is that a Boba Fett drawing back there? I see.
It is Boba Fett. Oh gosh.
Oh no! Are you picking up your whole computer?
Yeah, I'm using my laptop.
Oh, jeez.
That's done by an artist. Oh gosh, an artist named Drew Moss, and he's really good. I have a bunch of his stuff.
Yeah, that's true, Dave. A lot of kids in the '80s got their older siblings' toys.
Yeah, 100%. Well, this wasn't even my. I don't know where I got mine. Probably at yard sales. Seriously,
we had the Rancor. We had the Ewok Village too. Which they later recycled when Robin Hood came out.
Yeah, right.
Another great '90s action movie.
Yeah.
They like remade it, but they put like leaves on top of it.
Costner, Robin Hood.
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. She was gonna say, yeah. I have a land speeder. I have an X-wing. That's like totally. I got that a couple years ago. A friend gave it to me. It's like whatever kid had that thing.
Oh yeah.
Thrashed it hard. Like, it is in bad shape. Like the guns are ripped off and stuff, and it looks like it's been in a Dagobah swamp for a long time.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, and then I have a Empire Strikes Back. Is it a DL-44? Is that Han Solo's blaster? I can't remember the. Anyway,
What was that?
It's the Is it a DL-44? Is that Han Solo's blaster pistol?
I don't remember the name of it.
I think that's what it is. Anyway, I have one.
I used to have a Star Wars book with all the different weapons. It was like a big manual.
DL-44, I think.
What says the original Tauntaun had a rubber belly? I think you could slide Luke up in it.
Yeah, DL-44 blaster. I got.
Really had a rubber belly?
No. Sorry. Yeah, DL-44 is Han Solo's blaster. That's it. I got it. I got one of those.
Christopher, you're being naughty.
What's up? What's up?
Christopher's being naughty in the chat.
Naughty boy. Original Tauntaun had a rubber belly. I think he slid Luke up. I don't know. Did it though? I thought that was the original Tauntaun.
I don't remember. Mutt's also that the memory's fading.
Yeah, I know. You know how he is. My older brother had the Han in carbonite and would put it in a cup of water and put it in the freezer.
Didn't that old set have like a little metal piece and like you turn the thing and there was like the metal piece on the other side, or like a little Han and carbonite thing?
There was.
I had the original Solo blaster in my day. I was Han Solo. In my day, I went to Dagobah.
I knew Han Solo.
Where's my pants?
Oh man, old Mutt.
Old Mutt.
I'm looking forward to hearing his crazy rantings next week again.
He's not even traveling.
He's faking. He's just seeing if we'd fail.
He's got an upset tummy tonight. He's like, oh.
I ate a slice of pizza at 4:30. It gave me so much indigestion I couldn't do the show.
Your boy streamed too late. Nappy time. Ready, bye.
Yeah, he's only up because he had a cup of coffee after 5.
It was decaf.
It went into Boba Fett's ship, he said. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, cool. I don't know about you, but I have to get out of here because my wife is going to be using the office here shortly. So I think we're going to wrap it up. And ultimately, I think we definitively found out that we grew up in a better time than Mutt and Cal.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, Mutt had a chance to defend himself in the chat and say, look up this toy.
No,
look up that toy.
He didn't defend himself. He just said Starhawks was his jam.
He was all like, I used to put tennis shoes on my feet and walk in the snow.
Yep. put a set of fresh, crispy, white New Balances on. Walk. A cup of coffee. Oh, yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you had a good time listening to us rant about the things that we loved in the 80s and 90s. And, come back next week. I think we're going to Tuesday nights. And we should have the gang back together.
Yeah.
So
that's the plan.
That is the plan.
Perhaps next Tuesday.
We don't know. We're going to put it up on Twitter when we figure it out.
We'll see.
But Dave, thanks for coming by as always, my friend. Christopher, I appreciate you, man. Can't wait for you to come back and give Mutt a hard time live on stream, because that's one of my favorite things as always. And Fatal J, if you're still listening,
thanks, Mutt.
I can't wait to have you on. And then my boy Trusty came through.
He always pops in at the beginning and disappears.
Listening up at Liberty. He might be. Sometimes he'll.
He pops in, says hi, then he sees like EVS is streaming and bails usually.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. He might be hanging out still. I don't know. We got 4. One of those is probably my own monitoring device going on right now. Oh, you guys did okay. Thanks, Mutt. We really appreciate you. Anyway, that's it for tonight. You have anything you want to say, Mark?
I got nothing. Buy Starfetched, Apple Arcade. Danny wants that money.
Oh, how's the book coming? You've been.
It's coming, man. 32 pages in.
Dang, man, you're rolling.
About halfway through.
Dude, that's awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah,
it's looking good.
Thank you.
I saw something else the other day you did. You shared it. It's like it looked like a fighting game. Was it Black Flag?
But I did the internal covers for Black Flag 1.5. It was a fan art thing that he put together.
Yeah.
So I got to retell the original Black Flag story in the form of a 90s video game ad that you see in the comics.
That's pretty awesome.
So pretty sweet.
Christopher.
Shameful.
Now we'll leave that one for tonight. Anyway, that's Far-Fetched. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you all, and look forward to seeing you next time. And with that, we're out. Have a great night, everyone.
Fairly well.
Fairly well.